So my friend said this was dumb and wouldn't work, which basically knowing me meant they dared me to do it. Alright? So, as you can see, this dude over there, his name is Mike Menser and he is jacked. And what he promises is that with 1 hour of training a week, you get his kind of physique, right? Now this is silly, this is stupid. Everyone knows this. This seems like a scam. So in this video, I'm gonna be training. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Keen, why do you think this will work? Why are you doing this? And will you grow a mustache? No, I'm never doing that again. So what kicked this whole thing off was that after high school, I decided to move 8 time zones away to Japan for a year. And if you've never seen the time zone map of the world yet, you're welcome. I hate it. So Japan was awesome, but that's not relevant to this story. What is relevant is that I lost 8 kilos in Japan. I went down to 69 kilograms of body weight. That was really, really thin. And I mean, sure, I saw abs for the first time in my life, which was actually amazing. And my legs looked sick. But I also looked like a prisoner of war. So, yeah, just straight up, that was bad. Oh shit, dude. Like, dude, look at this. What the f is this? Damn. That was when I realized I really had to gain that weight back, preferably in muscle. Which then brought me to Mike Menser's training, because his training philosophy honestly made a lot of sense. So for the explanation, I was trying to make this a bit more fun using a green screen. Because my hair is interacting with the background in a weird way, I'm gonna have to fix that and get back to you in a sec. Alright guys, solved it. So I'm gonna be using 2 examples to make my point. One of which is Eddie Hall, the first human being to ever deadlift half a ton of weight. And the other is Eliud Kipchoge, the first human being to ever run a sub 2-hour marathon. Now Eddie Hall is a perfect example for anaerobic exercise, meaning exercise where the body produces energy without the use of oxygen. This is characterized by high intensity, low duration, and that's exactly what we're looking at. I mean, this big boy's burning memories, not just calories. And on the other hand, we've got Eliud Kipchoge, who's training aerobically, meaning his body uses oxygen to produce energy. And he is training with low intensity, I should add this is a relative scale, and high duration. Now, because we're trying to build muscle and strength, we want to train anaerobically, because intensity is the main factor that stimulates muscle growth. Now, these two are mutually exclusive. You can't do high intensity and high duration. If Eddie Hall would have tried that, he would have died. To recover from that kind of strenuous exercise takes a while, because we've damaged the muscle. The muscle first needs to grow and recover before it gets to overcompensate and grow bigger and stronger, which is why it takes about 4 to 7 days, according to Mike Menser, to fully capitalize on those strength increases before you damage the muscle again with the next exercise. This is also why you only want to train 1 set per muscle group, because after setting the growth stimulus, any additional set will only damage the muscle further and only cause a greater recovery time before the body even gets to add extra muscle. Wow, that took a while to animate. Okay, so main takeaways. Train hard, 1 set per muscle group, and 4 to 7 days rest. Now, the astute amongst you might be wondering if this might cause injuries. Yeah, no, definitely. But don't worry about that. Worry about this. How will we measure progress? Well, glad you asked. I have a couple solutions for that. I have before and after pictures. I took measurements, I took my weight, I measured my strength on many different lifts, and I did a DEXA scan. The main thing we haven't covered yet is nutrition. Because I'm going to be eating about 500 calories more a day than I burn, I'm just going to basically keep it pretty reasonable, right? Not do anything too weird straight off the bat. So there's been a power outage in the entire house. I have chicken and 3 quiches that are gonna go bad. So I guess that's lunch. So for the first time ever, I decided to just make pure egg white, and this is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Blah. Okay, this is actually becoming ridiculous. I've really never understood it. When people are like, oh, it's so tough to like eat big to get big. Trying to get all this stuff down, like, there's so much food. I get it now. But what I also got was those gains, baby! After the first couple weeks, I really started gaining muscle mass and weight. And I mean, check out the results for yourself. Okay, so disclaimer alert, I will be shirtless in way too much of this video. I kind of cringe at the fact myself, but I do think it's pretty cool, this little self-experiment. Yeah, I do think it's worth sharing, but still, it's really bad. Yo, this is crazy. Look at that. Never in my life have I had definition like that. Dang, bro, this is amazing. Fuck. Anyway, after that first spectacular month, my results became a lot more varied. Okay guys, so I think we're in the part of the story where I'm in a bit of a slump right now. Hey guys, another update, and this is a good one. I haven't really seen a weight increase these last couple weeks. My calves keep getting stronger, but I feel like I've gotten like fluffier around the waist. Woo! Let's go! My food, baby. Let's go. I'm gonna trust the process and keep going, but it feels like I've kind of up. Speaking of messing up, I don't actually have any gym footage. That's mostly because I feel like it's pretty cringe to film yourself in the gym, especially if it makes others uncomfortable. But the other day, my roommate Yetta helped me out by like sneakily filming me in the gym. So hopefully we didn't impact anyone else's day there. Oh, also, I like to like chew or bite on something while training, and so I don't chip a tooth, I got this little like mouth guard, just so you know what that's about. Now, after all of this, the results are finally in. Not this is just paper. But the actual results are so much cooler. Now in the before and after video, you can really see how I gained that weight in my chest and back. It's pretty incredible if you think about this only being a couple months apart. I'm really proud of that. Now, for the next thing we have the before and after measurements and the weight. I gained 11.4 kilograms and my measurements exploded, with especially my chest and shoulders getting the most benefit. I actually only trained 14 times that entire period. I listed all of my exercises and the weights I used here, and again, it fit on one piece of paper. This is pretty incredible. The next thing I did was measure my maximum strength with the same lifts that I did in August. So I've summarized my improvement here, and you can see how especially my lower back and leg press really experienced growth, but also the rest of my lifts improved by a lot. Because I'm a big fan of visualizing numbers, I've graphed it out for you too. So as you can see, I've scaled it to 10 kilogram increments, and this is where you can really see the improvement. Like, the lower back practically doubled. It's incredible. And now the last thing to talk about is the DEXA scan. So as you can see, my weight and BMI did increase quite a bit. If you really want to go into the nitty-gritties, you're free to pause the video, but I'm just going to keep moving on. My muscle mass increased by about 2 kilos, which is pretty great. My water content rose. I think that's healthy, I don't know. But the kicker is the fat. So I gained almost 6 kilograms in fat over 3 months, which is honestly not great. Now it's a riddle how or why this happened. And I mean, it couldn't possibly have been the 500 extra calories a day I ate, or all of the carbs. But either way, my friends expected me to stop at this point. And I mean, they're right. I did gain some strength, but I also gained 6 kilograms of fat. That's a lot, dude. This once again shows me that apparently they don't know me, because I am doubling down. I believe this thing can work. I believe Mike Menser had the right idea, and I just didn't eat enough protein and push the calories a bit too far. So for the next step, I'm gonna be doing basically what I've already been doing, just kind of cut down on the calories, up the protein, and I'll be fine. Now, some of you have seen this coming from a mile away, But for those of you that haven't, now as soon as I make the second video, it's going to be right over here. But in the meantime, feel free to watch me get lost in the fog of Mount Fuji, take the wrong trail in the dark, all without a light. Now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Yes! 3 weeks, guys! 3 weeks for this gag!